Hey everyone! A while ago at the thrift store, I found Warriors of Virtue on DVD. This was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. I still really like it. It's a cheesy movie, but like it's really fun. So yeah, it's all about this kid here, Ryan. He he has a bad leg, but he really wants to play football and hang out with the cool kids who play football. But they're all jerks to him. They don't seem to like him that much. So then, let's see, and it's weird that he wants to be friends with them. He has his own friends. Whatever. His mom takes him to this Chinese restaurant where there's these guys who do just the craziest cooking. Like they're doing kung fu moves while just making food. I don't know. It's really cheesy, but I've always loved that. It's one of my favorite scenes in the movie. It's really cool that they could make an action scene out of just cooking. So anyway, he's talking to this friend of his there, and his friend talks to him about like believing in himself and blah blah blah, and he doesn't really catch on because he's like, well, yeah, believing in myself, blah blah blah, but what good does that do if I can't do what I want? So then his friend gives him this book, the Book of Tao, and yeah. So anyway, later on, the cool kids invite him out to go tag stuff. Yeah, really. They break into, I think it's like a water treatment plant or something. And so they go down all these tunnels, and then they get to where all this water dumps down into this pit, and there's this narrow pipe leading across to the other side where there's a whole bunch of tags on the other side of the wall. They toss them the spray can, and they're like, go ahead, make your mark. And so Ryan's like, alright. And then his real friend is like, dude, no. Oh, and his friend has like the cheesiest 90s lines like, come on man, this is stupid, let's make like Tom and Cruise. I always love that line. It's such a bizarre thing that no one ever says. Do people actually ever say that? I don't know, maybe. Anyway, he goes across and he's almost about to make it across when suddenly the water comes down, washes him down right along with the pipe, and oh wait, no wait, now I remember. Oh wait, I got it wrong. I was thinking of a different thing. Okay, anyway. Um oh yeah, the leader of the popular kids, this jerk, he goes across first and he's like, "Come on, man, it's easy." And then Ryan's like, "All right." So then he starts to go across, then the water comes down, washes him away, and then he wakes up in the middle of the woods and he's like, "What's going on?" And then suddenly there's these big guys with armor coming at him. They chuck a spear at him. It hits him right in the backpack. He was wearing a backpack, fortunately, and yeah, so he's protected because of the Book of Tao in his backpack. But he takes the backpack off. He leaves that, and he runs away. And then suddenly this thing shows up, and we don't really see it up close, but it beats up the bad guys, and Ryan's freaked out. He runs away, and yeah, he ends up meeting this chick here with a boat, and let's see. He's talking to her about what happened. He sees a symbol on the boat. He says, "Hey, that's the same symbol that's on this book that I have." And then later, she introduces him to. Are there any pictures of him? There's not really any good pictures of the ruse anywhere. But anyway, yeah. She takes him to meet these magic kung fu kangaroos. Yeah, that's a thing. And they're really cool, and they ask him about the Book of Tao, and he says, "Oh, I don't have it. One of you guys have it." And they're like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "One of you guys saved me earlier." And they're like, "Oh, that must have been... Crap, I can't remember which one it was. Yun? Was it Yun who is hanging out by himself?" Anyway, it was him, and he lives by himself now. And then later, Ryan here is talking to the girl, Alicia, and he's like, "Why does Yun live by himself?" And she's like, "He killed someone once in battle." And he's like, "But it was a war. People die." And she's like, "It was a life." And yeah, it's full of cheesy, awesome lines like that. Anyway, the bad guy of the movie, Komodo here, the guys who attacked Ryan at the beginning, they bring him the backpack, and one of them, they see the book, and he's like, "Sir, the Book of Tao, and Komodo's like, the Book of Tao has great power. I can use it to just whatever his thing is. It's really weird what exactly his thing is. There's this whole thing about life springs. The world that Ryan wound up in has these things called life springs, and like communities form around those. And when they're destroyed, everything dies. Komodo wants to take over places so he can get the life spring for himself, but apparently, like, they're running out or something. Okay, what happens when he uses up all of them? Whatever. So anyway, let's see. The Warriors of Virtue, the kangaroo things, they go to Yun. Or Ryan goes to Yun and convinces him to come back and join the Ruse. Yeah, and they call them the Ruse. Oh, and it's a weird thing. I wonder if it's on the back. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see it on the back, but there's a weird thing I've seen with, like, the Ruse. They don't call them, like, Ruse spelled R-O-O apostrophe S. It's R-O-O-Z. No apostrophe, and it's a Z. So that made me wonder, like, what is the plural of kangaroos? Is it, like, just kangaroos with an S, or is it kangaroos with a Z? Whatever, who cares? Anyway, bunch of goofy stuff happens. Cool fight scenes. I've seen some people say Ryan gets too much screen time, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I would have definitely preferred the movie had it just been set in the fantasy world. No kid, no connection to the real world, just the fantasy world. Komodo and the Warriors and their struggles against each other. The ending's really weird. I don't want to give away too much. I've talked a lot about the beginning of it, but yeah, anyway. Good movie. It's a cheesy movie, dated movie. Incredible makeup effects. The kangaroos and these other creatures have some really amazing practical creature effect faces, and oh, the martial arts that the kangaroos can pull off. Like, look at that guy. He's got a gigantic tail and a really bulky costume, but man, the moves they can pull off is just incredible. Oh, and this was directed by Ronnie Yu. And Ronnie Yu is best known, I think, for Freddy vs. Jason and Bride of Chucky, of all things. Yeah, before that, he did a kids movie, a really fun, cheesy kids movie. Yeah, love this. Can't say enough good about it. And recently, like, seeing this inspired me to look for the toys. Now, I've been looking for the Warriors of Virtue toys for a while. I have some loose ones, and I have a couple that are, like, mint on card, like, still in the boxes, and that's because they're pretty easy to find for the most part. A lot of the characters that they made a really extensive toy line for this. There were, I think, 14 or 15 different figures that they made, and then there was, like, a little promo figure they made of Yun, I think. And yeah, so I recently went and I bought all of the Warriors of Virtue toys, and I'm going to be doing unboxings for those. Let's see, every week, yeah, every Saturday, I'm going to be uploading a different unboxing of a different Warriors of Virtue figure, and then at the end, I'm going to do an overview of all the figures. It'll be really cool. I'm really looking forward to it. I was thinking of doing it kind of like how Kyle Peterson did his daily Star Wars unboxings, except this will be a weekly Warriors of Virtue unboxing. So yeah, looking forward to that, and yeah, good flick. Oh, and you can watch it on YouTube for free. So yeah, that's all for this one. See ya.